Okay, let's see if that worked now. My microphone icon looks like it might have some things going on. Is that any better at all? Yay. Well, that's good. So, yeah, that's weird. 2 nights in a row. Because I don't generally do anything with a microphone. I use my internal microphone. I don't have anything external. And there is Jane. Welcome, Jane. I hope you're having a good night. So we will start our first healing pulse in just a couple minutes. So somebody just sent me blessings and hope that I get warm eventually. Little Dexter is so cold today, I had to put more clothes on him. We still have snow outside because it snowed this week again. Yeah, unusual April for us. Usually if it snows, it melts very quickly. So, a little frustrating, but oh well. So tonight, I'm not really taking any special requests. She did text me, Jane, but I appreciate that. Yep, she could use some good energy. So, yep, so tonight I'm not really taking any special requests, although with a small group, I might need to change my plans. So we shall see how that goes. It's been a long week. I'm not incredibly chatty, so I'm just waiting for that minute to be up and we'll start our first healing pulse. And then we will jump right in and hopefully find some interesting things. Actually, I was going to look for a picture. What time is it? We still got a little bit of time. There was an image that someone on Facebook, I don't know if you know who Dolores Cannon is. She died a few years ago, but she was very well known in the past life hypnosis community and just did so many books and trainings and other things like that there was a cool picture. I wonder if I saved it. I usually save things like that. Let me just see. That is the good and the bad of me saving things I don't always. We might have to wait on that piece of it. Yeah, she's a very interesting lady, and she's still on Facebook. I guess one of her followers runs the Facebook group, and then her daughter does the trainings. Okay. Oh, 7-Eleven. Let's do our first healing pulse of the night. So if you want to think about where you want to receive the energy, if it's something physical, that's pretty easy. If it's something emotional, I want you to think about where you feel that emotion, or if it's anxiety, where do you feel that? Because that's where you'll want to receive the energy. So rub your hands together and place your hands exactly where you want to receive the energy. Imagine my hands are on yours. And the most important thing is that you're open and allowing the energy to flow. And with each breath in, the energy goes a little deeper, does a little more healing, and is even more powerful. So just breathe that in. Open and allowing. Imagine it just flowing. And the reason why I call it a healing pulse is because I truly feel it's got a pulse. Just breathe that in. Okay, how's everybody doing? That was our first healing pulse of the night. And I did find that image. Let me do a screen share because it's sort of a cool thing. All right. Problem is I don't do this often enough that I have to read all the boxes. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna open something up first. It's sort of cool though. Just because last time there was a number of people that their inherited issues went back many generations. So, okay, I found it. Okay. Let's see if I get it to work. Okay, now you got my whole screen. Ooh. Let me pull up that image. Okay, so this is, let me try and make it just a little bit so I can look at your comments too. So this is interesting. So this is ancestral mathematics. So last week there were a number of people that the issues that ran in their family went back 4 generations. So when you look here, 4th generation, that means there's 64 people that were 4th great grandparents. Although this is sort of interesting. So when I say 1 generation back, 1 generation is parents, 2 generations is grandparents, 3 generations is great, 4 generations is Actually, second. So this would be more. There's 16 possible people. So the numbers don't exactly match up with generations back from you. Welcome, Anne-Marie. We're just getting started. So, if you would like me to check for you, if you have an ancestral negative belief, just put a yes in the comments. And today is show number 93. Can't believe it. April 18th. How could it, or April 15th? How could it be April is half over already? So I'm going to put Joan down because I did talk to Joan. And so I will start with her, but put a yes if you want me to check and see if you have things in your family. Okay, so I've got Joan, Marina, Jane, and Anne-Marie. And you know, I think I want to add me to that too. I don't think I've ever checked myself for that. You know, unless it just comes up when I'm working on myself, but okay. And if you are just watching, that's fine too. If you just change your mind, just put yes in the comments. All right, so let's find out what the negative belief is first for Joan, and then we will find out where it came from. It's I'm dirty. All right, so let's see who that came from. So father's side, let's see how far back. 3 generations back. So that would go to one of the great-grandparents on her father's side. So let's go ahead and release that. Sort of funny, this list, some of the things on it are just a little odd. So, but I feel the reason why it comes up is that it needs to be cleared. So we're going to go ahead and clear that. So that did release and the voids have been filled. Marina, you are next. Ooh, I don't exist. Let's see where that came from. Father's side, Marina, let's see how far back. Six generations back, which means it's your great, 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 great grandparent. So there's 64 of those great, 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 great grandparent. Interesting, huh? So the good thing about doing this is I know at least some of you, I don't exist, has come up. And so releasing it on a generational or inherited level will make this affect you less on an individual level, and it will not keep perpetuating. So let's go ahead and release this. So it did release. If anyone has watched my pendulum video, you can release things with your pendulum. Okay, so that released. Jane is next. I don't fit in anywhere. Let's see where that came from. Mother's side, Jane. Let's see how far back. 2 generations back. So this would have been one of your grandparents. So let's see if it was your grandpa, your mom's mom, or mom's dad. Mom's dad. Let's see how old he was when this got trapped. 22. Did you know your grandpa, Jane? The problem is with beliefs like this is not always something that people know about, especially when they're older people. Yeah, because this happened when he was young, 22 or so. Let's go ahead and release this. So this will release from your entire family. Oh, that's sad, Jane. Okay, so that did release. Anne Marie, you are next. Let's see what comes up for you. I am alone. Let's see where that came from. Father's side. Let's see how far back. Possibly. Sometimes the cultural differences are just too much. All right, so let's see. Do you guys see my image that says ancestral mathematics? It says it's sharing, but I never know with this program. So Anne Marie, 7 generations back. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that means there's 5 great, 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 great grandparents. So there's 128 potential great grandparents that it could be. That's very interesting, isn't it? All right, so let's go ahead and release this because this would make you feel really lonely when, just because you're alone doesn't mean you're lonely. But this sort of makes it seem like you are. So let's release and remove that. So it did release. Okay, so that released. Ooh, now we're going to check me. Let's see for me. Ooh. I am fat. Oh, wow. That's not a very nice one. I don't really have, in my family, people are chunky. They're not really fat. Well, let's see where this came from. Mother's side. And that would make sense because all my dad's side is pretty skinny. Mother's side, let's see how far back. 2. So this means my grandma. She was chunky. I didn't see her very often though, so So when she died, I don't know if she was I don't know if she was considered fat. Wow. I know this affected my mom though. Me, not quite so much. But I think my sister. So let's release and remove that because we definitely don't need that. Okay, so that cleared. What do you think? Was that interesting? Do you want to try it again? Or should we try something a little different? Say yes for again or different if you want to try something else. In a few moments, we will do our next healing pulse then too. I'm thinking maybe, oh, I have this tool. This is a tool I generally use just in my private sessions. It's 1,000 positive and negative beliefs. So there's like a lot in here, 1,000. I'm wondering, since it's such a small group, I'm thinking we should use this. It's got some really interesting things in it. So everything is organized by chakra, and for each positive, or excuse me, for each negative, there's also positive. So then we could reinforce that for the whole family. So that might be a good thing. So I'll add Joan to the list to start. Okay, so all right, so we're going to do Joan, Marina, Jane, Anne Marie. And I'll add me. So with this, so normally if my mom was open to things, I would ask her about this I am fat belief. But my mom already thinks I'm really weird. So about 3 weeks ago, I asked her if I had a twin in utero that died. So she thought I was nuts because it came up in one of my healing sessions that I supposedly was a twin. So, yeah, she said, no, absolutely not. I'm just crazy. So, okay. So, let's see what comes up for Joan. This will be very interesting, I think, even better than the negative belief chart that I used. Ooh, 7th chakra. So the 7th chakra is the crown chakra, and this is the spiritual connection to the divine. So let's see what comes up with that. And if anyone has come in, especially on YouTube, and you want to participate, just put a yes in the comments so I know you're there. All right, and it's going to be in the 3rd area. Areas don't matter quite as much, and sometimes chakras don't matter either, but this is the emotion area. So let's see. So it's just one word, and it's not really an emotion, it's just hurt. So with this being inherited, I would imagine that maybe people in the family can be a little sensitive, and not everyone in the family would have it, but a number of them. Let's see where this came from. So father's side, let's see how far back. 5 generations back. So let's see how many greats. So that's great, great, great grandparents. There's 32. Very interesting. So let's release and remove that. And then I'm going to pick a positive to reinforce. Ooh, this is nice. I feel alive and excited about my life. So that's what I'm going to reinforce for Joan. So let's do our next healing pulse, and then we will come back to this. Ready? So think about where you want to receive the energy. I'm going to quit sharing. Place your hands exactly where you want to receive the energies. Imagine my hands on yours. And then be open and allowing. Just breathe that energy in. Okay, so that was healing pulse number 2. Let's see what comes up next. All right, Marina, you are next. So let's see what it is. So fourth chakra, so that's the crown chakra, or excuse me, that's the heart chakra, which deals with love and relationships. This is an area that they call victim mindset, which, as I said before, doesn't always describe what comes up, but sometimes. All right, so this is need to hold on to all my unhealed wounds. The weird thing is, I had a client this afternoon, and that came up for her too. Okay, let's see who this is in Marina's ancestry. So father's side, let's see how far back. Ooh, 8 generations back. Is that image helpful when I say 8 generations back? How many people that actually is? Put a 1 in the comments if it's helpful to have that up, and I will add that. So I'm going to go ahead and release the need to hold on to all my unhealed wounds. Yes, Marina, definitely not good. It makes it easy to hold on to resentments and issues if you're not able to let them go. So this will be a good one. Yeah, so it comes through your father's side, so not every person has this. So let's go ahead and release this. So I did release. Let's see what positive thing we're going to reinforce. Oh, this is nice. I easily forgive myself and others. So let's reinforce that. Okay, so that reinforced. Jane, you are next. Heart chakra also, so love and relationships. This is going to be in the emotions area. So it's emotional suffering caused by DNA patterns. So I think that's another word for, because of DNA patterns, another word for inherited. That's quite interesting. Emotional suffering. Let's see where it came from. Yes, I think that's very nice, Marina, the positive one. Okay, so let's see where this came from for Jane. Father's side. It's like the dads have gotten most of these for tonight. So 3 generations back. So that's a great-grandparent. Did you know any of those, Jane, on your dad's side? I'm going to go ahead and clear this. So releasing or removing from your entire lineage. That did release. Let's see what positive one we're going to do. I just like having the positive, like full sentence thought versus just the emotion. That adds a little bit more depth, doesn't it? Oh, this is good. I allow unconditional love to occupy all of the past painful experiences. All right, so we're going to release. Oh, understandable, Jane. I didn't either. And even my grandpa, both of them died when I was a child. So, all right, so that released. And that positives reinforced. And Marie, you are next. Okay, so with Emery, it's the solar plexus chakra, which deals with self-worth and emotions. And this is in the victim mindset area. Okay, so this is allowing the same experience to occur over and over. Sort of like a Groundhog's Day. Have you guys watched that movie? You know, I think some people allow experiences to keep repeating until they learn from it. So this sounds like maybe it's a family trait. So let's release this so it's not as likely. All right, so releasing and removing, allowing the same experience to occur over and over. Let's see where this came from, though. Father's side. Let's see how far back. So only 2 generations back. So this would have been your grandpa, your dad's dad. So with that, you know, because some of these are so personal that we might not know, you know, especially with grandparents or more. So the movie Groundhog's Day had Bill Murray, and it's the same day, keeps repeating, and it's Groundhog's Day. He's a reporter. He's there to document if the groundhog sees his shadow, which is, I don't know if they have that in other countries. It's sort of a American telling of if there's going to be more winter or spring's coming early. Yes, Anne Marie, I totally agree. So that did release. Let's see what the positive that we're going to place there. Okay, so let's see. Ooh, I like this one. My life is one success after another. So let's reinforce that for your entire family. That's okay, Emery, just because, even if you did know him, a lot of people's worst times were when they were young. And, if it was a grandparent, if you had known him, he was probably quite a bit older. Okay, so that did reinforce. That's a nice one. Okay, let's see what mine comes up as. Still puzzled about the I am fat thing. All right, so with me, it's throat chakra. You are very welcome, Anne-Marie. This for me, so throat chakra deals with communication and expression. This is in emotion, in the emotion area. Ooh, have to choose words carefully. So I don't consider that too negative, but this would have been pretty negative for whoever had it trapped, and then it was passed down. Let me see who this was. So this was my mother's side. Wow, 9 generations back. That's a lot of people. Because where's my little chart? So 9 generations back, that's 512 potential people that this could have been. That's a lot. Okay, so I'm going to see what my positive is. Ooh, I speak honestly. I like that one. Okay, just in time for our next healing pulse. And I think we'll end the night with using just the positive section of my list here, because they're quite personal. And even better, I think, than just the positive word list. So let's do our third healing pulse of the night. So rub your hands together. Place your hands exactly where you want to receive the energies. Imagine my hands on yours and just be open and allowing, breathing in that healing. Okay, so that was healing pulse number 3. And next we will be doing, so this is the tool that I'm using. I don't know if I shall do that in the beginning. This is by Jenny Rosengren. It was a pretty affordable tool. And so I did notice that the people count changed a bit, but if it looks like it went back down. If anyone new has come in, if you would like me to pull a positive belief to reinforce for you, just add yes. And I will do this already for Joan, Marina, Jane, and Anne-Marie. Okay, so Joan is next. And so this, we're not going to focus on generational. This is just for Joan. And this is in the throat chakra. So that deals with communication and expression. And this one deals with being connected and resources. Oh, this is nice. I listen with the intention to understand. All right, so I'm going to reinforce that. Okay, so that reinforced. Marina, you are next. And with Marina, and of course my camera just flickered off. All right, so this is in the third eye area. Did you guys lose me or did it just flicker on my end? Yes, very powerful, Jane. So with Marina, this is in the control mindset area. So let me see what it is. Ooh, this is nice, Marina. I am safe to be myself in relationships. Okay, so let's reinforce that. Yes, my camera flickered. So I did Joan's and I did Marina's. And Marina's is I'm safe to be myself in a relationship. So I'm thinking you both got that. Yes, that's a very nice one. All right, Jane, you are next. And Jane, you've got the throat chakra. And this is in the stagnation and movement area. Ooh, this is a good one too, Jane. I create positive thoughts and actions. All right, so reinforcing that. Nice. All right, Anne-Marie, you are next. You might have to borrow that one, Marina. Okay, so let's see. So Anne-Marie, crown chakra. And so that's the spiritual connection to the divine. Oh, this is good. I know when to surrender and let go. That's a good one. I think I mixed your comment up with the next thing that came up. So just disregard that. Sorry, Marina. Okay. I'm going to pick one for me too, just because this part is new for me too. I haven't been doing this for me. Oh, here's mine. I relax and trust the process of life. Nice. So, what time is it? Let's do our final healing pulse of the night, and then I will let you guys go and continue your Friday night. I really appreciate you being here with me, so thank you. So, for this last healing pulse, rub your hands together. Let's maybe send energy to your heart. Imagine my hands on yours. And the energy is flowing to your heart and then expanding outward. Until after a number of breaths, your entire body is feeling the energies. You're just breathing it in, allowing it to heal what needs to be healed, releasing what doesn't serve you, open and allowing. Okay, that was our last healing pulse of the night. So again, thank you for being here. I might do another Friday night. I might pick a different day. I might pick a different time. I haven't exactly figured out. My goal is to get to 10 hours of lives this month, but I haven't quite decided if that is worth it. So, but I do appreciate you showing up and allowing me to do this and helping me do some fun things. We came up with some interesting things. So yes. So, and for all those who celebrate Easter, I hope you have a fabulous Easter. May the Easter Bunny find you and bring you really good chocolate. Or Peeps. Yes, thank you so much, Jane. Marina, don't you work too hard now. Your last week of work. Well, on that note, I am out of here. Have a fabulous night. Again, thank you. Yes, happy Easter, Marina. And what is the toughest part, Marina? Thank you, Anne Marie. Happy Easter to you too.